Tiara McCowan back in at center. Natalie Achanwa is still coming back from that injury, so the Fever will start their two big bodies in the middle. Tiara McCowan and Sylvia Fowles, as Minnesota will open things up with the opening possession and right into Fowles for an early. Laney will tee up a corner three and knock it down. That's good. Wheeler coming off that 18-point performance. Bounces for Dupree, and Dupree knocks it down. Dantas springs free, and she knocks down. But playing larger roles than in years past, as Mitchell goes coast to coast, and there's Fowles. But Sylvia Fowles, one of the top rebounders, one of the top shot blockers. At age 35, dealing with knee surgery. Here's the rookie Collier attacking, but Aja Lane. Visa Collier. What can make her such a tantalizing prospect? Sims on the pull-up. That high arcing of what having a Sylvia Fowles can do for you on defense, and now Collier a bit out of control. They'll say she did not take an. Dupree working on Dantas. That baseline is hers, and she buries it. Up with four. She typically responds well to off nights, as Fowles had it blocked by McCowan. She'll try it again, and from Sylvia Fowles. Take another look. That block there was clean. It was this one they called the foul on it. Everything's gone through Fowles here early. Achanwa trying to give her a tougher look, and Fowles in 2012 through 2014, known then as Cream of Christmas. Odyssey Sims will launch a three and bury it again. For Minnesota in the offseason, it was a trade as Mitchell got inside. On the other hand, just 13 a game. That's second. Mitchell on the drive, left it for Dupree. A good find. 45% from the floor. The Fever second-year pro, Kelsey, that went to a WNBA championship and eventually lost to Minnesota, but took it to 5 games. Looking ahead, here's Johnson to Mitchell. The Fever have surprised some. They've been over 500 for a majority of this season as Robinson steps in and hits, continuing to persevere through. Sims off the screen, pulls up from the foul line, and it's been a great. Wheeler faces the double and threw it away. Christmas Kelly takes it the length of the floor. That won't go. Collier came in for the rebound. Odyssey Sims, she has. Dantas challenged the shot, made it difficult for Mitchell. Cross-court pass. Here's Brown on a pull-up. Shot clock down to 5. Into Fowles. She turns, and Fowles gets 6 for Indiana. No other Fever player has more than 3. Here's Mitchell. She comes up with the steal, and Tiffany Mitchell takes it in with a left. And here comes Natalie Achanwa. Mitchell pulls up, back to Achanwa. What a find from Johnson, and Candace Dupree will check out. Nafisa Collier also back in for Minnesota. Erica McCall has not played in each of her last 2 games. She gets the assignment on Dantas. Good find underneath. The defense continues to give the Fever offense problems. And Odyssey Sims on the other end going right at the rim. She's got 2 more. 13 now for Odyssey Sims as Kelsey Mitchell tries to respond. Into Collier, good position. Burke tries to make life difficult, and Collier finishes under the rim, and she'll go to the line. Finding the rookie, Nafisa Collier, who's had a really strong first half for the Lynx. Collier finishing through the contact of Kennedy Burke. Wheeler will step into a 3 and knock it down. Robinson attacking Mitchell. That step over move and a pretty finish. About 14 seconds between the clocks. Talbot will fire a 3, and it goes. It's happened a couple of times. They got down by more than 20 against Phoenix. There's McCowan fighting off Silver. Never really on the floor enough to be effective. Dantas straight away. She buries a 3. Another one of these acquisitions for Cheryl Reeve and the Minnesota Lynx, which have paid dividends here in 2019. Shot from straight away, a 2 on the floor. And they'll take a look at that one at the next timeout. Dantas, this is a long 2, and she has it again. Even if they don't always go well for the Fever rookie, might be ones that she looks back on in her growth as a player. Sims on the putback. Tough matchups, but one you learn from as well. Wheeler trapped in the corner, found a cutting Laney. Oh, what a beautiful find. A lot more active here already in the third quarter. Double-digit rebounds in all games she has started as a pro. Sims cutting in and gets the roll. Shot clock down to 6. Laney in for McCowan. Fowles comes over to help him. McCowan in Minnesota. Sylvia Fowles a big part of the latter ones, and she finds Robinson, who got free. Laney with a shot clock down to 5. Spins, dips in. A nice move on Collier. Fowles spins through McCowan. McCowan comes up with a block. Fowles is closing in almost on as much playing time in Minnesota. Indiana looking to push. Natalie Achanwa on the drive, and that's a hard collision. She and Sims both go tumbling. All right, here's another look. This was called a common foul on the floor. And I think that might stay as a hard foul. Continuing to make a difference here in the third. Wheeler on the fake, darts inside, sets up Laney. First, 11 in the second. They've got 17 here in the third, and Wheeler comes up with a steal. Into traffic. Wheeler is fouled. Wheeler lays it in. Shot clock down to 5. Brown lost the handle, and this time it's Tiffany Mitchell who comes up with a steal. Minnesota's turnover problem starting to show up. Wheeler, single-digit deficit for the first time since the first quarter. Brown gets inside, and an answer from Nick. This time she'll give it up to Tiffany Mitchell. Achanwa, the rebound. Achanwa the put for 2 for Indiana on that possession. Dantas on the rookie, spins around her, and a nice got 25 in the third. It's been on the shoulders of their point guard. Wheeler going back to work. Erica Wheeler. Mitchell looking for Achanwa. McCowan, she'll get rid of it, and McCowan gets the shot. They took very good care of the ball in the third quarter. Their problems have gone back to bite them. Had the defense there nonetheless. Laney, the pull-up 2. Off the back of the rim, McCowan, the putback, McCowan, and one. Indiana could tie the game up here with a 3. Instead, Mitchell takes it the length of the floor. Indiana's looking for its first lead since the early portion of the first quarter. Kelsey will launch and connect. The largest in franchise history if you count the playoffs. Still a long way to go in this. Fowles in on McCowan, gives it back to Dantas. That 3 goes, and a big shot. And Indiana turns it over as Achanwa and Laney not on the same page. Minnesota earned their second road win. Moved to 6-5 on the season. Dantas straight away. That's good. Kelsey Mitchell splits the double team. And Mitchell gets the roll. Oki Chapman employing her group to pick up the pace. Mitchell will step into a 3 and knock it down. Achanwa on the bounce at Dantas, leans in. That won't go. McCowan battled for it inside, and Minnesota comes up with a huge rebound. Wheeler lost the handle on the inbounds, and Odyssey Sims comes up with it. The 1/3 mark of the season for Indiana, game 12 of a 34-game schedule. Mitchell gets inside, and Minnesota seemed willing to. The door cracked open for Indiana. Laney will fire a 3. That won't go. Achanwa got the rebound and the putback. Well, inbound to Sims. Laney, and she helped close the door for the Lynx tonight. Kelsey Mitchell, one last shot. That won't go. McCowan's putback will count. The Minnesota Lynx watch a 22-point lead completely evaporate and then respond for a 4-point win.